Let's move on now to Calvin Ridley and the Jacksonville Jaguars and why the gamble that the Jags are taking on Calvin Ridley and trading for him, we feel is going to be taken off. But before we do that, be sure to bet to make sure that you are able to see any Jags content that comes out by subscribing to the video and also ringing that bell to get notified when Jags content is created. We have a lot more 2023 prediction videos coming out over the rest of the summer. That also includes division winners, playoff predictions, week-by-week game predictions as well, which includes a lot more Jags videos. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you can also just hedge your bet to make sure that every time we send out videos, you're able to see them. And Ryan, let's get into it here.
Let's do it.
A lot of gambling puns already that have
I
come
know.
on this video. And if you've seen by now the title of the video, I hope that's why you're watching and because you're laughing along with us, just because we couldn't pass up the pun. But Jags really are taking a bet on Calvin Ridley because we don't really know how he's going to be, because we haven't really seen him play football in a season and a half. Because I don't even think he finished half a season with the Falcons from 2 years ago, because he took a mental health leave a couple weeks into the season. And then obviously all the gambling issues as well. But if you could, because this will prove my point, I don't have the stats on me, but can you look up Marvin Jones stats before? Because I think that this is going to pay off for the Jags, because at worst, Calvin Ridley coming back, I think he's going to be Marvin Jones, who has since moved on to the Lions. I understand that they different receiver sets. I just mean statistically. I think this is going to pay off.
He had 46 receptions for 529 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So 46 receptions, 500 yards. So that's 17 games. So that's just shy of 4 catches a game, with averaging about 30 to 40 yards per game. And how many touchdowns did he have?
3.
So one touchdown every 6 weeks. You can get that out of Calvin Ridley, even after he's been 2 years removed from the league. Because Christian Kirk's going to take up so much attention. Zay Jones is going to take up so much attention. Evan Ingram's going to take up a lot of attention. You look at the backfield now that they have with Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby. Trevor Lawrence should continue to keep progressing, as well as he made giant leaps forward in the second half of the season. So, I mean, shoot, you replace that stat, like those stats right there, I think. As long as he stays healthy. Obviously, all is barring that he stays healthy. And Marvin Jones played all 17 games last year, right? He didn't miss any games.
I think he missed some, but it doesn't say on that thing.
Oh, it didn't? Okay. I'll double check. But even worst case scenario, if he did miss games, those are the stats that you have to replace. And I think Calvin really can do that immediately and then some.
Yeah, definitely. And then also, too, I think you look at the offense that he is going to be playing in. Doug Peterson does a great job of getting the ball spread around. And Trevor Lawrence, I mean, Calvin Ridley only played with Matt Ryan for 2 seasons. And I think Trevor Lawrence is already kind of at that level where he can dish the ball around just as well as Matt Ryan did. And I think he has probably a little bit of a bigger arm than Matt Ryan as well. So I think he's going to a better quarterback situation. This offensive line is a little bit of a question mark, but I still think is good. Cam Robinson has a 6-game suspension. Ironically, I think for gambling, right?
No, PEDs.
Okay.
Yeah. He gambled that he wouldn't test positive.
Yeah, that he could pass a drug test. Yeah. But so like this offense is extremely good. I think you throw him in here, and this is a top 10 offense.
Right? Oh yeah. Well, they're absolutely. I mean, they're doubling down on the fact that they think that he still has the talent from earlier as well, and at minimum, it's like it just cost them a couple of bucks, a couple of picks, and so that I think is going to be absolutely fine. And he's still kind of in the prime of his career, maybe a little bit past it. He's like 27, I believe, 28 around. So he still can povide some decent talent.
28.
He's 28.
Yeah. So he's 29 at the end of the season. But
honestly, he hasn't played it all, so his body's not banged up. From overplaying the pass, he still has a lot left in
the tank.
So
no, definitely. And so I think if he can get back to what he was when he was with the Falcons, I think he's probably the best receiver on that team. Him and Christian Kirk are neck and neck. So I think there's a lot to like about Calvin Ridley's odds to be successful in Jacksonville. So that's a bet I think we're both willing to take.
Yeah.
So yeah. But let's go ahead and wrap up this episode of the Tracy Take. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on if you think Calvin Ridley will be successful in Jacksonville or not. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.